What is going on, family? Back on here with the Juke, man. And the 2023 NFL Draft weekend is over. But shout out to my man, Joe Shane, man. We're going to be talking about it today. He did a great job during this draft, man. Before we dive in, subscribe down below, like the video, comment down below what you guys think. And let's get straight into it. So, in my opinion, Joe Shane straight up killed this draft. We had needs, we had certain desires, and Joe Shane went in with a plan. And it didn't matter what it was going to take. He traded up for the players that he wanted. He sat back for some players that he wanted. I think you can't be mad with the way that this draft turned out. Yes, there were some players that we felt like we wanted, guys like Jordan Addison, other wide receivers, but the way this draft ended up panning out, getting the center that we needed, getting Jalin Hyatt, getting Deonte Banks, those three alone set the tone. And I feel like I like the moves that he did moving on forward, man. But we'll go one by one. And first off, we're going to start off with Deonte Banks. So Deonte Banks was taken with the number 24 pick. And as you guys know, 25 was the magic number. We traded up from 25 to 24, and I was confused. I was puzzled, to be honest, because I was wondering why we traded up only one spot. Joe Shane felt like he didn't want to miss the opportunity and ended up trading up and selecting him. I'm not mad about it. You know, he gave up a 5th and a 7th round pick. Those two picks, you know, it's not too sure that they're going to even make the team. So I'm not shook off of that. A 5th round pick and a 7th round pick is not stopping me from getting my guy. And clearly that didn't happen with Joe Shane. So Deonte Banks coming out of Maryland, he's definitely a top 5 corner in this draft. And athletically, he has it all. Everything that you could desire from him coming out of the combine, he'd hit it all right on the nail. There's some measurables that, you know, the wingspan is not like Joey Porter Jr.'s, but listen, man, Deonte Banks, I think he's going to be a baller. He definitely has all the traits to do so. And I think with the help of this coaching staff, you know, he can truly unlock something that we haven't seen before. From time to time, he could get beat in man coverage. So I'm hoping with this staff, with the coaching staff, we're going to be able to get him under right, man. And like I said, all the physical traits are there. All the talent is there. We just got to get it to work. And I think Deonte Banks, he's an athletic freak. And coming out of this draft, man, I definitely expect him to be one of the best corners coming out of it. After night one, Joe Shane followed up with taking John Michael Schmitz with the 57th pick, man. Our loss weren't even great as well. So getting a guy like John Michael Schmitz, you know, probably the best interior lineman in this draft, could be. I think this is going to be super beneficial for Daniel Jones, for this offense altogether, because having a center that can man down that position, call out the plays, call out the protections, this is what we need. And we haven't had a great center in a while. We had a bunch of guards playing center. So I love getting John Michael Schmitz in the second round. You know, I'm glad that he fell to us because he definitely could have went before pick number 57. And something that he excels at is in the run game. The pass blocking isn't as advanced as his run blocking, but listen, man, I think he has the ability to do so. He is a little older compared to, listen, we're putting the picks in. They need to develop and it needs to come to fruition. I can see it happening, man. So shout out to Joe Shane on that pick as well. And he followed up in round 3, trading up almost 15-16 picks to get Jalin Hyatt. Sometimes you can't look too much into the mock drafts, but Jalin Hyatt was somebody that was looking like we were going to draft him in the second round as well, and he ends up falling to us in the third, but Joe Shane trades up to get his guy. And when you look at the way that this was shaping out to be, man, getting Jalin Hyatt in the third is phenomenal for me. You know, he's a burner. He can take the top off of the defense, and he could just fly, and I feel like we haven't had that in a while. Like, we know Darius Slayton is fast, but Jalin Hyatt's game speed and Darius Slayton's game speed is two different things, man. This guy, the important things that are to come for him is to see him run different routes in terms of not just running a 9 route and getting open, because that could happen in college, but it might not happen as much in the NFL. I think through development and with the coaching staff that we have, man, we can transform him into a real dude, like a real dude. I'm not saying he's going to be a number 1, but a solid receiver that can step in, maybe be the wide receiver 2 for this team. And all in all, man, he's a weapon and he was needed. When you look at the way Joe Shane addressed his draft, he went by need. Cornerback filled, center filled, and wide receiver added. I don't think the wide receiver position is done. I don't think it's full. By the end of the day, you addressed it with good talent. You addressed it with good players. All 3 of those guys before the draft, I definitely think they were all targets. And the fact that we were able to land all 3 of them, it's a great draft. It's a great draft. Shout out to Joe Shane on that part. He did give up a 4th round pick, so we didn't have one in this draft. But once again, man, when you give up ammunition to go get your guy, you're hoping that he will turn out into a stud, and you're hoping he will turn out to what you imagine him to be. And I think every single person out of these first 3 round picks has the ability to do so. I'm going to spend more time talking about all the draft picks, but we did draft Eric Gray in the 5th round, Trey Hawkins, Jordan Riley, and Gervarius Owens. That was your 2023 NFL draft class. Overall, man, I think it was a masterclass by Joe Schoen. I think it's a breath of fresh air to see a competent GM with a plan, executing the plan, and full on going through with it, man. So shout out to Joe Schoen once again, man. You guys let me know down in the comments how you guys feel about the draft overall. Eric Gray is also somebody I'm very, very excited for, being the number 2 to Saquon Barkley. And who knows, Saquon Barkley might get a contract. I don't know if y'all see the reports, but I'll drop a video on that shortly as well, man. Appreciate y'all so much, man. Comment down below what you guys think. If you haven't seen my other videos, I got more videos to the left right here, man. I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace. What's going on, family? Back on here with the Juke, man. And calling all the Daniel Jones haters. Pull up to this video. Watch this video real quick. The New York Yankees lose the series. They get swept back in the third quarter. The third quarter was really when we started to make our moves. Then DeMar, banger.
Make sure you subscribe to the Juke.